Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, we got the small account challenge video, all right? Now, let me say this. Nothing in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor, all right? Now, be sure to also like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every single day, I'm bringing you guys life-changing information, all right? So with that being said, man, we got the small account challenge. Now, before we get into this, I want to say a couple things, right? It's January right now. I want you to look at January, right? Because we got to have some foundational understandings about certain things. What I've learned is, and what I'm seeing is, a lot of people, they want to trade or get into the stock market, but they're not taking the time to properly understand what they need to understand, right? They watch one video, then they go crazy, right? They don't take the time to get and gain foundational understanding so that they can have a long-term success, all right? So, first things first is January, all right? Now, when you think about January and we have a whole year, all right? I want you to think about business, okay? Right now, a lot of businesses, January is like their lowest revenue month of the year. Why is that? It's because we just came off the holidays, right? People are just now getting back into work, stuff like that. So the stock market follows the economy, right? Am I saying you can't make money trading? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is have patience, right? And you don't have to try to go so hard so early on in the year, okay? Go with the flow of the seasons, right? That's why towards the end of the year, revenue picks up. Well, not picks up, but in the springtime it picks up. Summer it takes a little bit of a dip. If you look at companies' financials, right, depending on what sector they're in, and I'm talking about even small businesses as well, right? And then the last 3 months of the year, that fourth quarter, a majority of companies' profits is made in the fourth quarter, right? So I'm saying that to say it's only January, right? It's January 24th. The month ain't even over yet. I want you to look at January as the first 15 or 30-minute candle on the charts. So when the market opens, do you just go get into something? Some of you do, right? Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. But it's the principle, okay? It's the principle. So January is the first candle of the year, right? So this year is a new session on the yearly time frame, on the 12-month time frame, okay? So we have 12 months to see what's going on. Now you can look at patterns on the daily and on the weekly and stuff like that, absolutely. But we have a yearly time frame, okay? So start looking at the monthly time frame and the yearly time frame as well, and the quarterly time frame, right? This is real stuff right here. So January is the first candle of the yearly time frame for this year. Now, what does that mean? Just look at it as the 15-minute orb, right? Because right now it's almost the end of the month. We could be up here, right? Depending on what stocks are looking like. And then we could pull back next week. We got FOMC next week as well. Okay? Let me look at the yearly real quick. All right? If you look at SPY, I'm going to pull this up real quick so you guys can see, so you guys can understand what I'm saying. Okay? Now look at this. If you look at SPY right here, this is for January. Okay? Last year, look at this. Last year we had all of this, right? So what does this mean? What this means is we got an area of liquidity all the way down here to about 641. So next month, we could pull back. And right here, January ain't looking too strong in regards to bullish momentum, right? Well, that's on a yearly, but if we go to the monthly, right? January ain't looking the strongest, right? It's up slightly, but it's not looking the strongest. So on the yearly time frame, this is what it's looking like, right? We came above last year's high, right? We tested it. Now we came down a little bit, right? You go to the monthly, look, right? So it's not looking super strong. Am I saying we're going to come down? No. But we got to pay attention to, where the pullbacks can be. Okay? We got to pay attention to where the pullbacks can be. So January is the first candle of the year. So just pay attention to that, y'all. All right? Don't be in a rush. Take your trades, but don't be in a rush. Because if you try to rush making money in January, you ain't going to have enough money to actually make money in April, right? Just think about that. And also remember that the money is in the pullback. I made a whole video about this. We haven't had a solid pullback yet because it's only January. What if we get a crazy pullback in March? What if? Or April like we did last year? Let's just say. If you blew your account, right, in January or February because you wasn't patient enough and you didn't have the proper strategy and you didn't understand the cadence of the market, what's going to happen is you're not going to have enough buying power, enough money in your account unless you put more money in there. And then when the opportunities do present themselves and all stocks are down, because Trump is going to make the stocks come down. That's what he does. Okay? We still talking about tariffs a year after inauguration, right? These are the games that are played. He's the king of volatility. And because we're sitting at all-time highs, yes, we can go higher, but it's more likely we're going to come lower than we're going to go higher. Like, yes, we will go higher, but pullbacks are always going to be looming, right? And that's why you need to pay attention to price action so you could be able to see when pullbacks are going to come. All right. So before we went through the small account challenge, I wanted to talk about this because I want you guys to understand patience, right? You don't have to make $1 million in the first 2 weeks of the year. Okay. You don't. Be patient. Have a long-term mindset. All right. So with that being said, now we're going to go to the small account challenge. Now this week, there's a saying that says when a market is easy, go hard. And when a market is hard, go easy. Right? This week, I personally didn't go crazy on taking a lot of trades. If you're in a Discord, quite a few days. I think it was a 4-day week as well. It was a short week. I think 2 or 3 days out of the week, I didn't even take a trade until later on in the day. And it was only on IWM, right? So I was being very patient this week because this week we had very weird volume, right? Very, very weird volume. Things were going up, but they were going up very slow, right? So I did not like the price action that I was seeing. I did not like the volume that I was seeing. Okay, so I did not take a lot of trades and a lot of bearish setups that stocks that were coming down outside of the gap up from Friday to Monday. We had a little downside action, but we really were in a range. Then we shot up, right? Like IWM came up, but we kind of just haven't been really going in a super solid direction. Okay, we just been going up and down, and so I haven't been liking it, right, this week. So I did take one trade in the small account challenge. All right, let me pull it up real quick right here. Okay. So I did take one trade in the small account challenge over the last week. The account is up 3%. Cool. It was at like 511. Now let's break the trade down real quick. We're gonna go to history, and then boom, and then we have so I got into the U-put, right? So I called Unity Software on the watch list last week, right? Unity Software. I bought a contract for $128, right, at 8:38 a.m. And then I got out at 144. Now the spreads was between 144 and then 152. And I got filled at limit and I ended up getting filled at 144, right, or 145. So $17 on that. It was like it showed me about 23%. I think this ended up being like 17% in profit. Okay. And I was in this trade for about 9 minutes. All right. Initially I was gonna hold, but that first 10 minutes, we got a nice drop because it's a small account. I just wanted to secure profits and just continue to add on and stack onto those wins. All right. So that's the only trade that I took in the small account. Yes, the account is up on the week, so we're good there, right? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the actual charts for Unity, right? And I'm gonna break that down, and then we're gonna get y'all up out of here. All right. So, okay. So we got Unity down here, right? Now, talked about this last week. This is on the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. All right, boom. So on the week, it's on a failed 2 up. Okay. Now we got a double top. We had bearish divergence. We was on a bearish 3 bar, right? So I was looking for Unity to come all the way down here, right? $34. The setup is there. Okay. Now what it ended up doing is it came up and it tested up here, right? Tested up here. Area of liquidity. Now it hasn't gotten above it yet, but it did test up here and it rejected. But it's been going up and trying to test this level all week, right? So if we go to the 30-minute time frame, let's look at the week, okay? So throughout the week, this was on Friday. This was last Friday, and then boom, right? So this was on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday. So if I'm not mistaken, I took that trade on Wednesday. Okay, yeah, because this was Tuesday, didn't do too much, right? So then it came up here, right? And then I saw what was going on, and it was coming down. So I actually took entry on that Unity trade. I took entry, it was around 41.86, like about right here. Okay. So I took entry right around here on that. All right. All right. So I took entry on that trade right here. Okay. At the bottom of this candle, right? The wick at this candle. Came up, popped up right here, and then we got a nice drop down here. All right. So I actually ended up taking profits. It was around, I took profits. It was like around here. Okay. I took exit and I took profits around here. And then as you can see, it came down a little lower and then it popped up, right? I took profits because I saw it come down here and then it bounced off of this support level, right? When it bounced off this support level right here, I said, oh, okay, it's looking like we about to go back up, right? So that's why I ended up taking profits up here, because it came down. I was expecting it to hold and then come lower and break below this level. I was going to hold on to it, then it popped back up. So that's when I said I was going to get out, right? So I got out there, did come down a little bit more, but it's all good, right? And it came up, and as you can see, it didn't come back any lower than that, right? So if you look on a daily time frame on Unity, it's still rejecting, okay? So this might be a good entry on puts. It could come up to 44.77 and reject and retest here and then come down, right? So on the weekly, it could create a big wick and then it could come down, but we have to see. But I think that it's getting ready to come down because there's a lot of selling pressure right here. We're in an equilibrium zone as well. So then we could potentially come down all the way down here. All right. It's still like the double top on this trade is still intact, right? It's still intact. So sometimes these setups, they take an extra week or two to be able to pan out. So you just have to be patient, right? So I was able to get in this trade, get some money without getting got by it going up. So I'm cool with that. But this week we gonna make it happen. All right. So like I said, we got FOMC this week as well, and we have a ton of earnings. Okay, we have a ton of earnings. So be sure to be ready to make some money in the stock market this week. I personally do think that this coming week is going to be a better week in regards to volume and price action, because the week before FOMC, it just makes sense when you think about it that investors are kind of just, not really sure of what's going to happen. So volume is going to be affected by that. All right. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys on tomorrow's live. All right. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.